Hey Sprouts, we're back home ready to get into these yarns, sitting in our little crafty corner that we have here. And let's get into these yarns, right? Let's do it. So this was the Central Carolina yarn crawl that I did, and I had this sheet of paper, and look at all the stamps we got. So the only store that I was not able to go to was the Bella Fiati on Broad Street in Southern Pines. That was the only store I was not able to go to. The store closed at 5. We got to the other store at like 4:30, so there was no possible, and they were like an hour away from each other, so there was no possible way for us to get to there. But the other 7 stores were a delight to get into, so let's get into them now. So the first store, I'm gonna leave that paper right there because we don't want to hear all that noise happening all the time. Okay, so the first store that we went to was actually, if we're gonna be serious, the first store we went to was Gate City Yarn. This is before I even knew. Oh, I'm also having a little something happening with my throat, so if you hear something happening with that, this is 2 days after the trip, so you know, trip sickness be like, this is before we knew that there was going to be a yarn crawl. So I was just going to local yarn shops to where we were, and these 2 stores, Great City Yarn and Stitch Point on Friendly, they were both right next to where we were in Greensboro. So we were just gonna go to these 2 stores, and then everything turned out to go how it went. So let's get into it. So let me try and find my Gate City bag. So the first store we went to is Gate City. Sorry for all the bag crinkles. Most of the bags are not in plastic bags. Oh, but just so you know, crinkles. So first store that I went to was Gate City. Amanda, the owner of the store, was great. She was wonderful. I loved talking with her. I'll talk a little bit more in probably the section of the video, but she was super nice, super knowledgeable. We were having a good old time, and we found these beautiful Comfort by Barocco yarns that I have never used in this gorgeous color. They had a tone that was like the same tone as my skin color, and I thought about getting it, but this like chocolate, like deep brown color that this is was just calling my name. I love a good luxurious deep brown, and this is 50% superfine nylon and 50% superfine acrylic, so I'm super excited to use it. It's a very like stretchy yarn. I don't know how to say it. Like it kind of feels like, I don't know how to tell you, but it's machine washable and tumble dry, and it is a 4 medium yarn made in Turkey, and it's so like squishy. It's a very squishy yarn. And I found out also while doing all of this and seeing so many yarn shops that there is a comfort sock as well. So if you want to use this yarn but you're more of a sock weight kind of person who want to make socks out of it, or you just use a sock weight, then this yarn is beautiful. I'm super excited to get to use this yarn and make something gorgeous out of it. Maybe a t-shirt. I'm thinking a shirt is gonna be what I make out of this chocolate. Oi! Oi! Excited. The next thing I got were these hand-dyed yarns made by Teresa, which I believe is the daughter of the owner of the shop. I think she's 19, and she dyed these skeins, and I was like, I have to get something that you can only get at this yarn shop. Most of the yarn shops that we get into, they have like a specialty thing that they have, and I was like, what is your specialty thing? And she said these, and I was like, great, give them to me, let me get them. So I'm excited to see how these work up. I think they're 100% wool if I'm not mistaken, and they are hand dyed by Teresa. So thank you very much, Teresa. I'm excited to use these. So the next place that we went to was Stitch Point on Friendly. Remember, I thought that we were just gonna go to these 2 yarn shops at first. So when you see what I got at this one, remember, I thought this was gonna be the last stop, okay? I thought this was gonna be the last stop. Don't judge me. So here's big paper bag tote number 1. Okay, so what I got at Stitch Point. Again, these people were really nice, real friendly. They were chatting along with their other friends. They had really great sales going on, like really great sales. They had like a $5 box, a $10 box. They had like really nice yarns on sale. So they had a whole bunch of project bags. They had needlepoint. They had all kinds of stuff. I was like, this place is where you go for some inspiration, because I was like looking and my eyes was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? Let's just say that. And one of these project bags that I saw, I wanted so bad. I already knew it was gonna cost at least like $200, so I didn't even look at it. But like, I wanted it so bad, but I restrained myself. I just bought a whole bunch of yarn, okay? The first thing that caught my eye, was this beauty right here. This beauty right here. Is she not gorgeous? Is she not stunning? Look at those colors. Look at how fluffy it is. Oh my. And y'all know how I feel about Noro, bro. Y'all know how your girl feel about some Noro. She like it, okay, if you didn't know. So this is the Viola. It's 100% wool, and it is 200 grams. And it says here that it's a 4 weight, and it says viola flowers are adored in Japan as bright accents in the colorless winter. You know, winter be sad time for me, so I'm glad I got something to keep me happy during the winter that is not coming anytime soon, because it is literally July when I'm doing this. I know this is gonna come out way later, but this is July and it's hot. It's hot. I had to wait for the summer rain to go down before I started filming this video, because it was going, and hopefully it is not steamed dumpling weather, as I like to call it right now. But this will keep me company in the gorgeous winter. So they had this baby on sale, and they also had this baby on sale too. And I was like, there was only these 2 of Noro on sale, and I was like, well, I can't just leave them. I can't just leave them by himself, you know. I can't just leave them. I'll be wrong. So I took the friends home together. So I hope this color combination is gonna be insanity when I put it together. This one is also Viola, 100% yarn, 100% wool yarn. And this color is color 1 lot B, and this color is color 11 lot A. So I'm super excited that I got the friends to stick together for life, the sale friends for life together. And I'm super excited to use them together, because these are right in my color wheelhouse. Both 200 grams, both 400 meters. So I'm excited to use these. The next thing I got, I believe these were all $5. But please do not calculate my don't calculate my money sales, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, that's none of your business. But these were in the $5 business. That's why I got them. I also saw, I don't know the difference between these ones, and there were other ones that were packaged differently, but they had like the same label on them. So I don't really know what was the difference between them, but we'll get into it. We'll get into the art. I saw these beautiful babies. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. These are the Nimbus from Juniper Moon yarn. And, you know, we're not really happy with these people right now. These are Israeli Mako cotton and a touch of nylon for strength. So it's 96% Mako cotton, 4% nylon, and it's 100 grams, and it's a 5 size size 5 bulky. So we have the color 2 pearl, we have the color 6 sky, we have the color 17 geyser, and I believe this is also geyser. So I got this like pastel color set, these 4 together. Super excited to work with them. Not excited from where they get the cotton from. Should have looked at that before I got it. But we all make mistakes. We're all human beings. And I don't have anything else in this haul from those people that we're not happy with right now. So we're just gonna throw those on the ground until they get made into something beautiful. And then we can forget where it's from. But that was all for Stitch Point. And at Stitch Point, that's where I found out that they were doing a yarn crawl. So I was like, good thing they bumped up the limit on my credit card because your girl about to go crazy. So I went ahead and talked to my mom, and we were like, yeah, let's go ahead and do this, because usually when we go to North Carolina, we're just going to see family. We don't really do anything else. And we decided to turn this trip around and do something a little different, you know. So we were like, heck yeah, let's go. Let's do this. So the next day, the yarn crawl started, and we started with Fearless Fiber. Again, I talked with my mother, and I was like, you gotta keep me on track, because I'm trying not to blow my entire life savings on yarn. I already got a lot of yarn. So I was trying to do only 1 skein per store. 1 skein. So you'll see some of this working in some regard, okay? In some regard. Don't judge me. So the first place we went to on day 1, technically, of the yarn crawl was Fearless Fibers. So here's the bag that I got from Fearless Fibers, and it has their little crest. Oh, sorry, the phone got all blocked up, so you know I had to go and delete it now. Yeah. So Fearless Fibers. So we went into this shop, and it was early morning, and like we were the first people there, I think, or one of the first people there. And not gonna lie, I felt a little awkward in this shop. That's just me though. I am an awkward person. I kind of felt like they were like following me around the shop, but you know, also that could just be me. That could just be me taking it a certain way. I got the vibe again, which I'm trying to learn that this is like with most shops, that people just want to like teach you what they know. But at the same time, I do know a little bit about yarn. I have been working with yarn for a little bit. It is nice for people to want to teach you about things, but also when you show that you do have knowledge about things, it is a little nice to give them some space, to give them a little air. But they were really nice and helpful, and I feel like they would be very helpful to beginners who were coming in if you come into the shop. So what I got from this shop, remember, one yarn only, was this Wonderland yarn. She already knew what it was before I even put it out here. This Wonderland yarn that I got, and it is in the color Diamond Fizz, and it is absolutely gorgeous, and I hope to... That's Marvel. I hope to incorporate it with my other Wonderland yarn that I got, that is black with rainbow. I also saw that yarn at Stitch Point, but I didn't get it just cause I didn't get it. But I feel like these would go really well with the other one that I got. So I'm super excited to use this. It says on there, our gold label yarns are limited edition colorways, hand dyed in Beaumont, USA. And I got a special place in my heart for Beaumont. So shout out to Vimonte, all y'all out there. Even if y'all don't like me, I love y'all, okay? So yeah, this is called Diamond Fizz. Absolutely gorgeous color. This like light sky blue kind of color, giving like sky blue but also silvery kind of color. It's gorgeous, and it is 100% super wash merino. It is in their Mad Hatter collection, and it is sport weight with 344 yards and 4 ounces. Wonderland yarn. Got that. That was the only thing that I got. See, I held up. I only got one thing from there, even though I did want to get a lot more, but we reserve. So the next place that I went to, oh gosh, this is where it's gonna get a little fuzzy, okay? I'm gonna just warn you. I believe the next place we went to was the Twisted Knitter. Yeah, the Twisted Knitter was the next point that we went to. So this is what I got from the Twisted Knitter. They were so nice, okay? They gave us little drinks of water. They were just having a cackle. Like the girlies was crocheting and knitting in the front. They had their own hand-dyed yarns made by the owner. If I remember the owner's name, I'll put it here. She was so nice. She was there. I think it's Kimberly. She was there. They gave us a punch card that never expires. So when we come back, we gonna hit up the Twisted Knitter, and they were just a hoot and a half. Like the ladies there were so silly. They were entertaining my dad a whole bunch, talking about how he was standing out in the heat and he didn't have to. We understand that the men can come inside too. So they were hilarious, honestly, and they had a very good selection of yarns. They had my one yarn that I bought. They had my precious Bazzolo. They were the only shop that I saw that had this yarn, and I love this yarn. I'm gonna take this yarn and put it with the other Bazzolo that I have, the leftovers I have from making that vest, and I'm gonna make something. It's gonna turn out to be something, and something good, because this yarn is heavenly. I love it. It's gorgeous. So that's what I got. But also, my mom saw a shawl that she really liked, and she saw some yarn that she really loved. So I helped her pick out a little collection of yarn for the shawl that she wants me to make. So here are those balls, those hanks, those skeins of yarns that she picked out. So she picked out some hand-dyed yarn from Twisted Knitter in the color Dried Basil, and this was 75% merino, 25% nylon. I believe that's how you read it. Sock weight 462 yards, 100 grams, hand wash, dry, flat. So here it is. Here's that dried basil. We got one of these to go with our main color, which is going to be this fairy moss, which I believe is one of their new shades that they had. They had all their new shades out on the front table to show them off for the yarn crawl, and my mom fell in love with this fairy moss color. Absolutely in love. Two together. We got two of these. Aren't they so pretty? Very earthy, very like moss. Fairy moss. Very, very fairy. Okay, so all three of these together are gonna be so pretty together. I'm excited to make that shawl for her, and I think she'll be excited to wear it. So those are what we got from the Twisted Knitter. Let's just put them all right there. It's just gonna be a big old pile and just get higher and higher and higher, and then I'll be for the thumbnail. So the next place we went to after that was, I believe, Twin Birch and Teasel. We went there after that. Actually, we technically went to Gate City Yarn and to Stitch Point to get our stamps, because we couldn't get them before the yarn crawl. But okay, so the next day we went to, I believe, Twin Birch and Teasel first. So Twin Birch and Teasel, where is that bag? This bag right here. These people were super nice. The lady was like, oh, good thing I ran back home from Mass. And she was silly. Silly. Silly! When I say silly, I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I mean like you got a joyous heart. You are full of energy and happiness, and you're so full that you're bubbling over. That's what I mean by silly. So I hope nobody takes offense to me calling them silly. It's not a negative connotation. So silly, hoot and a half, so good, hilarious. She was telling us all about the store, all about the people who work there, all about the family that works there. And they have a turtle. There's a turtle that is there. I love that turtle. It's making me consider getting a turtle. I want a turtle now. Never thought I would want a turtle, but I want a turtle now. They had all kinds of stuff, not just yarn. All kinds of things. Like handmade goods, like different, like fiber arts, like wall art. They had like pre-made things. They had like a crafting apron, which I was looking real hard at. I was like, that thing looked kind of nice. I might have to give me one, you know. They had all kinds of stuff. My parents, they bought baskets, like handmade African baskets and African fans. So like this is one of the places where you can really just like find something, you know, like a good place to like find something for somebody else. And she really knew like every single thing, where each thing came from. So I really like when people are knowledgeable about who made which thing is in their shop. So she was like, oh yeah, that's my friend Catherine, that's my friend Jose, that's my friend Timothy, you know, like all kinds of stuff. So like I said, I was trying to keep with the theme of one skein and also try to get something that you can only get at this place. So she said in her little spiel that they make their own tools. So, you know, I had to get a tool of my own, girl. I got a crochet hook because that is my true love. I love crocheting. And it is a size K, which I believe on their chart was a 7.1. And you know, if you're a crocheter, you know that they do not make a size 7. Like, they just don't. So as soon as I saw 7.1, I was like, oh, let me get myself a little custom hook. So the guy that makes these, they call him Captain Hook, actually, which is hilarious. And she said that if I ever needed a specific kind of hook, that they can make it for me. Like they can make the throat deeper, they can make the point sharper, they can make like however I need to customize my hook, they can make it for me. So I'ma definitely keep them on the line, because I might have to get me a whole set of these. Let's see after I use them. I don't know. They might have to be exceptional. So it says each twin birch product is made by hand of renewable native hardwood by local woodworkers in our community. Thank you for supporting our cottage industry. Your satisfaction with our product is guaranteed. The families of twin birch. It has all their information on the back, where you can find them, who you could get them from, where they at, who they are, back there. So I'm super excited to use that. I also had to get some yarn. I got some beautiful, absolutely stunningly soft 70% white stony hull mohair and 30% wool. This is so freaking, look how just like just the drape of it in the hank alone, just love. She was telling me about the lady who makes these, which the company is Stony Hall Yarn, so you can see them at www.stonyhall.com, and about how she's been making these for a hot minute, but the manufacturer, basically how she's been trying to make a gray color of these, and they just basically held them hostage for 2 years, and she wanted to have the gray version in stock for the store for the yarn crawl, and they just kept them. They just still got them. So give that girl back her, give her stuff, because I want that gray, and I can only get it if you release it. So release the yarn, okay? Release it. So I can make a whole sweater out of this, because this is so it is 4 ounces. It's 327 yards of sport weight. And when I come back, I'm gonna have to get me some more of this, you know. I'm gonna have to get me some more. All right, so that's all I got from Twin Birch and Teasel. The next place we went to was all the way in Seagrove. Seagrove Pottery / Mini Splendor Things. They have a whole yarn shop in the back. They added it on, and it was so chaotic. I loved it. I loved it so much. It was so quaint and cute, and they had a little doggy, and I was walking around, and they had everything like up on the walls, and like I was like, just as far as the eye could see, it was just yarn, just like handmade garments, just like everything. And they were telling us that it was a trunk show for Noro, so I had to get some Noro yarn. So this is our next big bag, because not only did they have that yarn shop in the back, they had a whole pottery front, Seagrove Pottery, in the front, in the main building of the store, and it was ginormous, absolutely huge. So I got my friend some stuff, so I'm not gonna show you guys those things. Well, I'll show you this, because my friend is gonna get it today's Wednesday, so he's getting it tomorrow. They wrapped this thing up real good, girl. They wrapped it up good. And a card. How to care for this pottery. I got him a little mug. And it's adorable, and I love it. And I think that he will really like it, because he and his mother really like tea. So I hope that this adds on to their collection of tea loving. So this is a thank you for him coming over and taking care of my cat. So thank you. Even though she's a menace. Okay, so what I got from the yarn portion of the shop is, of course, some Noro. What you thought this was? This was the craziest Noro yarn I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, have you seen anything like it? It's almost ribbony, semi-ribbon, kind of. And it is, what is it called? Nobori. It is 42% cotton, 31% nylon, 14% wool, 13% silk. It is 100 grams, 165 meters, and it recommends a size 9 hook, 10.5 millimeter. If you don't go by the US. This thing is wild looking. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is unique. I need to have it in my collection. So we got that crazy looking Noro, and I love it. I'm so excited to use it. Oh, I actually also got this from the shop, from the Seagrove Pottery. Don't just stand there. Buy something. My Depop is always listed in the description below. So if you ever want to buy something I make, that's where you can find me. That's where you can find me. So don't just stand there. Buy something. Help your girl out with some bills, okay? So next thing I got is this gorgeous Noro book. It is the newest Noro, and I'm so excited to see some of these patterns, to do some of these patterns. These, like, I might have to, like, subscribe to whatever this is, because the Noro patterns hit. They really do. And they're just so gorgeous. They're absolutely stunning patterns, but they don't look like super hard. It's just let the yarn work for you. You see how beautiful these yarns come out to be, and why would you not just let the yarn speak, let the yarn talk? So I am super excited to get into some of these patterns. A lot of them they were showing for the trunk show, like different displays of the patterns in this book, and some of them I didn't even know were in this book specifically. I thought they were in other books, but they was in here. And like these like sweatpants that I saw that were, they're in here. They're in here. The pattern is in here. So I'm gonna have to make those sweatpants because they were so cute. They were so cute. So I'm gonna have to get on those because like my inspiration is peaking. I have so many things I have to make after this whole traveling experience. But the last thing that I got, this is what they were doing for the yarn crawl specifically. They were doing a grab bag of like semi scraps. I got a lot of the bigger scraps because, you know, I gotta get something I can work with, you know. So I got a whole bunch of scrappy balls, half used, semi used balls. So I'm going to put these things to work. And they were all, the grab bag is that you fit as many things into the bag as you possibly can. And then it goes for $10. So I got all of this for $10. Yeah. So that gets added on to our little stack. All right, so after that, things ran over with family. Like I said before, family stuff came up. And we were only able to go to one yarn shop on the last day. We were not able to go to the last one, so we didn't get to finish the yarn crawl, which, yes, I did throw a tantrum. Yes, I got over it. Yes, I did semi turn into an emotional shopper. And I got a couple things. I kind of broke the one ball of yarn rule. So I got this beautiful bag to show you guys because I spent too much money. So yeah, so let's go through this beautiful red bag, shall we? The first thing I saw, the place is Studio 256. And they were super, super nice. It was also a little chaotic in there, but we love a chaotic yarn shop. Like, it's supposed to feel homey. It's supposed to feel like chaos. Like, I love that. Like, it doesn't have to be fully organized for me. But if that's not your thing, if chaos is not your thing, I would just prepare yourself before you go in there. Because it is organized, but it is wild organized. Wild, girl. So I got some of this yarn, this beautiful yarn. And if I can find the different places, like I'm gonna try and tag things around. So I'll try to remember to put them in the description box below. If I forget, comment and tell me to not forget because your girl be forgetting. So I got this beautiful yarn in this beautiful color. What color is this? I do not know. I do not know, but I love it. I love this color. It's like, it has like flecks of blue strands in it, like the sparkle, and it's like purple, green. If you couldn't tell, I'm a cool tones girl. I love the purples, I love the greens, I love the blues, I love like pastel pink. I'm not really into like reds and yellows and oranges and that's not me. That's my mother. She loves a good yellow. I don't. So this blend is a whole bunch of stuff. It says Border Leicester BFL. I don't know what that means. You let me know. Alpaca, Merino, and Selena, and Firestar. If you know what that means, let a girl know. So it has 108.5 yards in it, and it is 4.3 ounces. It's hand spun fiber designs. Absolutely gorgeous. So fun and funky. Love. The next thing I got was this Simply Natural by Haiku. I haven't got any Haiku yarn since the yarn shop closed, so I was super excited to see some on the floor. I know some of the other shops probably had them, but you know, they didn't like speak to me, and this one really did. I love the speckles of like gold in the green, this dark forest green. It's very gorgeous, and it is first press olive, and it is 40% baby alpaca, 40% fine merino wool, and 20% mulberry silk. So you know this thing's super soft, and I love it. I love the colors. I love, and the squish levels are at maximum. So yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any more information I can give you guys about this yarn. It is 100 grams, 167 meters, or 183 yards. It suggests a Addy Turbo, and it's distributed by STALK. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but you know, we're sticking with it. So that gorgeous green color is here with us at the house. So they also had a sale room, and all the yarns, all the stuff in there was on sale. So I kind of this is where the money went, you know. I kind of went a little buck out crazy because again, I wasn't gonna be able to go to the last yarn shop, and I knew I wasn't gonna be able to go. So I was like, let me just get what I want. Okay, let me just be horrible. So I got some of this circular bamboo yarn, and it is honestly, like, I know I say like it's so soft. This might be some of the softest. It's comparable to this Comfort. Like, not even like soft, it's like smooth, you know. It's like it's like lines, you know. It is bamboo, 54% acrylic, 23% bamboo, 23% cotton. So it has a free pattern on the inside, so I'm kind of excited to just rip it out, just like undress it, and you know, get to that inside pattern. But I got this color, and I got this color in this like red and white, kind of like cording. It kind of looks like a cord. It kind of looks like, you know, when you have a Christmas tree and you like do the bungee cords on top of your car. This is what it's giving to me. So I hope that I have enough, which they have 286.5 yards and 262 meters, 200 grams, 7 ounces in each ball of yarn, and they are size 4 worsted. I hope you can read some of those things that I just said. And I hope to make the cardigan out of this because I want to wear it for Christmas. So I got 4 of them. I got 4 for Christmas. So I got all of them that were on sale. So yeah, there were only 4 left, and I bought all 4. The last things I got were as follows. These gorgeous colors. The Ellie Ray Seasons, which is a machine washable wool blend. I got these to make my mother something else because I'm such a good daughter, you know. Like, I always be making my mom stuff, you know, and like she's just like, okay, fine, like I'll just wear it or whatever, this custom made garment for me. So I get my mom stuff, and you know, it be like that. Okay, we all use our talents for different things, and I use it to lavish gifts upon my mother. Okay, jeez, don't come for me. This is in the color 47, and it is 100 grams, 3.52 ounces. It's 219 yards and 200 meters. 76% acrylic, 14% wool, 10% polyamide. So it is made in Turkey for Knitting Fever at knittingfever.com if you want to get yourself some. And it's a weight 5 bulky. So I got 4 of these. So let me pull them out. I got 4 of these, all in the same color. So yeah, that's, I mean, the place that shall not be named cotton is over there. So we won't have to put them over here. But ta-da, let's ta-da. So yeah, that's what happened, is that I got all of this stuff. Yep, I know I went overboard, but you know, life is short. Sometimes you gotta do things that you wasn't expecting to do. Sometimes you just gotta ride the train. I feel like that's what happened with this yarn trip. This yarn crawl. So like I said, if I travel, then I will try and bring you guys with me to the local yarn shops that I see, and we'll talk about them. We'll do a little vloggy about them and see how they are treating people, because they should be treating y'all right. I don't stand for that bad treatment, okay? So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, then please leave me a like down below. Leave me a like. If you really camera died. So if you really like this video, leave me a comment down below, and I hope that you have a blessed one. And if you don't want to have a blessed one, have a heat wave lit one. And I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.